relationship coach Candace McKenzie, who specializes in helping others connect soul to mate. Ooh. Today she'll help some lovely staff members, our staff members, Jessica, Amy, and Lacey, uncover what's been stopping them in their relationships so they can get the right dates.
That's right.
Yes, absolutely.
And
not just any date, the right date.
Yeah, and before we get to that, first of all, tell us, how did you get into relationship coaching?
Well, truly by accident, I wrote a book about dating, and then from there decided I should go back to school and get a master's in clinical psychology. And so now I clinically work in the field, so I do work with families and couples and individuals.
Perfect. All right, well, take us through how you're going to work with our lovely staff.
Well, before we begin, it's really important to validate these ladies, because this is a big thing. This is very courageous.
I give them validation all day long.
Very brave of them to come on and talk
all
about
the single ladies. Hey, hey. No, it's a courageous thing to come on, and you're here to help other people out. And I really want you to know we're not ostracizing you. We're bringing up things that everybody has issues with, and it's called relationship themes. And what a relationship theme basically is the stuff that you bring into a relationship. It's your junk. It's your coping mechanisms that you bring in, and so that's what we're going to be talking about right now.
Fantastic.
So let's start with Jessica.
Yeah. Okay, Jessica.
Issues I've had in the past with dating. Men that I've dated in the past tend to not be as supportive of my career aspirations. They tend to feel theirs are more important and place a little bit of devaluing on my goals and aspirations. And also, I'm from Texas, and there's a lot of courtly culture in Texas that I really enjoy. I think it's a sign of respect for a lady, and I think that's somewhat lacking in Los Angeles. I haven't found that as much. And so I'm just, I'm looking for a man who will want to get to know me and aren't as so aggressive. I tend to be very intimidated by men.
Okay, and what I would say, just kind of receiving your energy right now too, is what you're feeling inside is exactly what you're attracting in your life. And what I'm picking up from you too is a little bit about your profile, and speaking to you earlier is the fact that I'm feeling that you're having a control relationship theme. And where's the control coming from? Is there a fear base? Are you afraid of something? Are you afraid of attracting the right person in your life?
Yes, I would say that's probably accurate. When I was a teenager, my first love, I went into it with, complete abandon and just, I'm just loving this intense feeling of love, and I got very hurt. So ever since then, I've, erred on the side of caution and, kept people I truly want to be with away and attracted those I would be safe with.
Right. And Jessica, this is what we do in the relationships. We get burned once and then we become afraid. And then we are just leading with fear of getting hurt again. And you have to realize that when you're looking for love, like anything in life, you have to take that risk. And part of that is really examining in yourself of like, how can I release being afraid? How can I trust? How can I surrender that I'm going to be okay, and I'm going to let my guard down and my armor down and give somebody a try.
Now, Amy's up. What do you think?
I am relatively newly divorced. It's been about 1.5 years since my divorce was final. I was with my ex-husband for almost 10 years. We were married for about 8. So I have a really hard time letting my guard down and letting myself be emotionally available to someone else. I tend to let someone into a point, and then that's it. It's like I can't fully let my guard down.
Right, and it's very similar to me of Jessica in the sense of like I'm feeling there's that control relationship theme, and then I would ask you like, where did that behavior come from? Where is being afraid coming from?
I think I got so badly hurt in the divorce that the thought of letting someone in and really just opening my heart to someone else again is terrifying to me.
Right, right.
And I tend to date men that I'm friends with first because I feel like that's safe.
Right.
Even though I know that's not a good way to go.
Right. It's kind of like a self-proclaiming prophecy that you say that what you want, but you are actually putting out there who you are inside, what you're feeling inside. Does that make sense? So, so I mean, I think the whole thing too that you were talking about being afraid of being hurt, that's very relevant. Again, to I'm just feeling that it's a relationship theme that's happening for you right now.
Let's talk about Lacey.
Yeah. Hi, Lacey.
Hi, Lacey.
Pretty Lacey with a nice, pretty smile.
Well, I don't know. I feel like whenever I go on a first date, I'm usually a little nervous, and then whenever I get nervous, I have a tendency to kind of just talk until it's just like word vomit, and I'm like, why am I telling this stranger about, like my childhood like, I don't know, my past, like everything about me, and then I'm not learning anything about him. And then I feel like maybe some of the guys that I've dated in the past have been a little bit emotionally unavailable.
Okay.
Yeah, and so
She's very available.
Yes, yeah.
I don't mean it like that.
Right.
It's like, what?
And when somebody is too accessible for somebody else, and if you're too available, that signals to me that there is poor boundaries. That's your relationship theme. And so where did you learn poor boundaries from? Where I'm getting a sense of like there's a caretaking theme or a caretaking issue, and a lot of women do that. I think that's just part of being a female, that we feel that maybe from our mothers or from our family that we have to be there to make the relationship be a certain way. So.
Well, Candace has some more tips for our staff when we come back right after this. Good stuff.
Great job, girls. Thank you.
We're back with relationship coach Candace McKenzie. She's helping our staff members understand dating issues and how they can overcome them. And we're actually going to work on some dating profiles for them. So when we send them out into the big bad world, they're going to have some great advice, right?
Yes. Take a deep breath, girls. Ready? 1, 2, 3, and breathe it out. Yes. Okay.
Okay.
We're getting rid of all the nerves
So
here.
we're going to look at Jessica's profile first. They wrote these up last night. Bless their hearts.
So Jessica, again, I liked that it was very creative. You're very funny. You've got a gift of the gab, but there's not a lot of juice and meat in there. I have no idea who you are as a person. I don't have those characteristics of till death do you part. So I definitely say really want to address that. There is a line in here that you said, I like my life and I feel grateful for it. That should lead a profile because that says bang. You know, you are grateful. There's those characteristics that we're talking about. You also talk about talking about like Texas and you're not able to find someone here in LA is very negative. It's like putting that wall up again. So I would say definitely remove that. The thing about also talking a little bit about your job too, it's great to say you're passionate about your job, but to be open and honest, you have a lot of time to cultivate a relationship in your profile is probably not the best way to attract somebody for, you know what I'm saying, into your life.
Don't expect much.
Yes, exactly. Yes, exactly. And I loved your picture. I mean, obviously she's gorgeous, but your picture to me just said again, like, don't watch out, I'm gonna bite you, you know? In that sense of like, I would prefer more of a very smiley, softer sort of photograph of yourself. But in general, it was very funny to read, so I did enjoy that. Again, a lot of the girls put, I like someone to laugh with. Everybody puts that. And so, and again, is that a lifelong quality to have till death do you part? Maybe you want to put a good communicator, you know? Someone who's spiritual, spirituality is important in your life. Do you want kids? Do you not want to have kids? Age is really important to put a boundary of that. And are you okay with blended families? Because this is a big thing. And studies show that blended families can positively do very well, but you need to be prepared for that.
So what are some good things on Amy's bio and bad things?
Amy,
good and bad.
Good and bad.
Amy, I really have to applaud you. Yay, I love the fact that you put, you know, you were open about you learned a lesson from your past relationship. And that said to me, okay, she's on the road. You know, she has some self-awareness. So I really did love that. You know, it was very telling in the sense of like talking about your education. I would say it's important to talk about the education, but again, when you're going on the dates, to really just sort of open yourself up and not sort of use that as your playing card. Does that make sense? So it's not the armor.
As a shield.
Yes, as the shield.
Yeah.
And I do love the fact that you say, I want someone who challenges my intellect. So I love the fact that you said that. But again, that's working on the forgiveness for yourself, forgiveness for your ex. So that's letting go of that control. Do you know what I'm saying? Because you say you want something, but then again, I feel like you're not attracting that in your life.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Is that a true statement?
Does.
Yeah.
It does.
And
then
little Miss Lacey.
Lacey, I love this. There's a sentence in there, I'm passionate about my family, friendships, and career. I would lead that again, because that's like bang. You know, like anything like with advertising, it just says this is who you are. You know, there's some qualities there. Every guy, you know, and again, we were talking a little bit more about the job as far as the makeup stuff, just a little bit more about who you are, something juicier. Are you compassionate? Are you a good listener? Do you have good communication skills? I definitely put that. And I love the fact that you said, I'm looking for someone who knows what they want and is striving to achieve their dreams. I thought that was really beautiful. I thought that was a really great statement to say that too as well. And again, it's great to be really cute, fun, but you gotta be specific because you'll take the time and the effort to look for a new job, to buy a condo, to buy a car, but got to take the time to look for the love of your life too. So be really, really specific about what you're looking for.
If comedy and laughing is really important, could it be more specific by saying, these are my favorite movies?
Yeah, and that's fine to say.
Because then people know what your sense of humor is
right,
like.
and I don't have a problem to say I want someone to laugh with and to have fun with, but that was all that was sort of there as far as looking. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That needs to be something more than that. Because we can have a great time, you know, laughing with somebody, but then, you know, as the years go by, their jokes aren't funny anymore. You know what I'm saying? They're just not funny anymore.
We're going to keep track of you three ladies, by the way. We're going to follow
you guys,
your
thank you very much.
progress, and we're going to you're going to report back on how your dates are going with this new advice from Candace. Sound good?
Sounds good.
Okay.
I have to do a group hug, group hug.
Group hug it is.
When we come back from the blind side to making it happen, Leanne Toohey joins us to talk about her new book.
Group hug for